Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at the second world boss video in the series, which is Niu Mo Wang. And unfortunately I'm only really able to only get top 200 score position. I think this has a lot to do with not having a world boss critical weapon for Spina, so I'm unable to get my PvE damage up. But nonetheless, I hope this video helps you, because I'm sure a lot of people don't have that kind of weapon as well. So these are my masteries for world boss Niu Mo Wang. Do note that for 115 it has to be down because Niu Mo Wang is universal. Then you have to put the 1301 up because it's single. You have to boost single target damage. And lastly, to boost Spina's damage, you have to put 145 down. Okay, so just set it for a while. Once you are ready, we will proceed. So now let's take a look at our hero equipment. For Spina, double crit, double HP, petrify resist, and critical damage increased by 34%. I have a PV jewel on her. I gave her skill cooldown and increased awakening gauge as well. So for her traits, you need to increase critical and lethal damage and also damage against universal heroes. So her exclusive item is a must, you have to unlock it. Next, for Ares, double speed, double HP, petrify resist, ring, lifesteal, increase awakening gauge, and debuff resist so that she won't get petrified. And I gave her bleed resist for this world boss as well, and you need her exclusive item. Next we have Chris. Chris has 1 single speed weapon, 2 HP armor, willful ring with 4-turn willful ring, lifesteal, block rate, and increased recovery skill so that he can heal the whole team after killing the minions. So then exclusive item is unlocked, but it doesn't matter. For Rachel, double speed, double HP, petrify resist, increase her awakening charge speed, lifesteal, and damage reflection immunity, but that's not important because that's for DCP. So increase of lethal rate for traits, and you need her exclusive item as well. Lastly, for Espada, she's the Niu Mo Wang specialist, double speed, double HP, petrify resist, debuff resist, skill cooldown, and lifesteal. I gave her debuff resist so that she can actually she will be around to pierce and not be petrified, and then you end up having to deal with the minions. So her exclusive item is important because it protects your allies from being petrified for 6 turns. So this actually saves you a slot, so you don't have to use like Jave or Cleo. And I'm using Pet Ritual. So I'm gonna do 2 rounds as well, like all other world boss videos. So this is my best round. So of course you need to use Espada's attack first to get rid of the first wave, followed by, depending on what the Niu Mo Wang use, if he uses Bellowing Rage like in this case, then you have to use Espada's Pierce again. Otherwise, if he uses Big Bang, then you can try to use her Awaken skill. So in this case, I'm not sure what happened. I think there was a very bad bug that it didn't register my Espada's attack, so Niu Mo Wang used 2 skills consecutively, so I'm a bit lagged in terms of scoring over here, but no problem. Rachel and Ares managed to get their Awaken passives up, so I can continue with Spina. I think everything is still on plan according to my timing. So once you see that the 2 most important passives are up, then you just have to go on and just queue all of Spina's skills. Remember to prioritize her Awaken skill because this gives her additional magic attack buff, followed by Thorny Wall, which does a lot of damage. And then lastly, if Thorny Wall is on cooldown, use Dark Roar to reset the cooldown for Thorny Wall. So once the minions are up, just always get ready to queue for Espada's God's Judgment to pierce through and kill them. In this case, it is a good thing that Spina is not petrified. Because if Spina is petrified, then you have to use Ares' skill to remove that. So you can continue. So if Spina is alright, then you can continue to spam her skills to get your damage up. Always take a look at the cooldown, okay, of Niu Mo Wang, so that you roughly know which skills to prepare for. So this is a good case whereby Ares didn't counter, and I managed to continue with Spina's Awaken skill, which is time saving. I think it's, you know, sometimes these kind of little RNGs that help you make your run much better, especially if your heroes only do one speed attack, like Espada just slightly before this. So here my Spina is unfortunately petrified, so I have to cleanse it with Ares' debuff skill. And do note that at this is the currently this is the 4th turn, and Espada's debuffs on Niu Mo Wang have not started blinking. Okay, this is because I think I casted it in the 2nd turn, so it will last for one more turn extra, which is very good because I think you need it during the last minute of the match before 5 minutes are up. If you were to look at my outtakes later, you will realize why this is so important. So I'm trying to just squeeze in as much of Spina skills as possible, and it's great that they're only doing one speed attack per interval. So yeah, this is quite unfortunate because if, for example, in the last few seconds of the match, if Niu Mo Wang uses Bellowing Rage and summons the minions, then you're pretty much stuck. If he doesn't and uses Big Bang, then you can still try to squeeze in one more Spina skill. Yeah, so it's all up to the cooldown for Niu Mo Wang. So obviously I'm still trying my best, but unfortunately I think at this point it's pretty much game over after 5 minutes because Niu Mo Wang's damage is very huge after 5 minutes. But you know, sometimes after I've gotten such a score, I mean, I'm just trying to squeeze whatever I can out of my heroes. Since I know that I'm already somewhere in the top 200 ranking, so I try to re-summon everyone in zombie mode, but honestly it's pointless, okay? Because firstly you have to use a piercing skill, and then Niu Mo Wang is gonna just reduce all your zombies to nothing. Yeah, so this was my best run for the past how many days? 5 days. Actually, okay, fine, I did have a better score, but I did not record it, sadly. So I'm going to just jump into my next round, but in this case, right, I'm doing a very speed run on the video now, but in this case I'm trying to actually swap Espada's debuff resist jewel with speed onto Spina, and I'm giving Espada some petrify resist traits, okay, so that she can be 100% resistant to petrify, and then I converted the debuff resist jewel to a physical jewel, and I'm gonna put it on Spina because I realized after these 5 days I realized Spina is super easily petrified, and I hate it so much because it affects my score. So I'm gonna test this out if it really does work. So you guys can be the judge as well. So okay, in this case, this run went a little differently because Niu Mo Wang went with Big Bang first. So I can definitely shoot Espada's Emancipating Wave immediately. So So he's gonna use Bellowing Rage as his second skill, and then I'm gonna do the piercing. Okay, unlike the first video. So okay, then I didn't have to use Blaze, but Rachel and Ares got their passive up, so that's a good thing, and then I can save time and immediately start spamming Spina's skill. So how do I usually gauge it? When it's 1 minute, okay, when the match is 1 minute, I should have done about 3 million or to near to 4 million already. So at least I know with that, right? At least I know that I'm 1 minute in and I'm on track. So continue to send Spina's skills, don't hold back at all. I mean, there's no point in holding back until the minions come in. And meanwhile, just really hope for the best RNG you can get, and that is your all your characters except Ares do 1 speed attack. Sometimes you may even want Ares to do 1 speed attack if your Spina's skills are already ready. So in this case, it's good that only Chris got petrified, and my Spina is still able to continue firing her skills. So luckily, Big Bang had only 3 seconds remaining, and I managed to sneak in a Thorny Wall. So around the 240 mark, my personal aim is to get near to 50 million, but of course I haven't been able to reach that. But I think that should be the standard if you want to get into top 200 or even 100. So also very lucky that Spina isn't petrified. As you can see, the debuff resist jewel really protects Spina quite a bit. So it doesn't interfere with all your spamming of her skills. You don't have to, sidecast Ares' crash it to remove any sort of debuff. But however, there is a downside to this, okay? The downside is the more heroes you get petrified on your team, currently I have 2, the more likely that the round will go on very quickly, which means Niu Mo Wang's turns will go very quickly. And when it goes too quickly, you will run out of his debuff, and then you will not be able, even if you spam the skills, you will not be able to hit the damage that you want. Like currently they're already blinking right now, so I'm just hoping that his 5th turn doesn't come too soon. And unfortunately over here he has to use Bellowing Rage, and I'm very near the 5 minute mark, so by the time I have to pierce and reduce, pierce his minions and clear the field. Yeah, he's going into enrage mode, and I'm not gonna do a lot of damage on him. So I think 101 million is really not too bad. Okay, especially since I just changed the jewel. Yeah, so the only thing you have to note is the speed turns for Niu Mo Wang. So towards the end, I don't think I can do anything, but because Niu Mo Wang's immune to physical, so I was actually trying to use Chris to revive everyone again, and maybe I can even get off a little bit of damage. But no, Chris dies. Okay, so that was my second, maybe my 3rd bash run. Yeah, and now for some outtakes, so do enjoy.
Lost.
So I hope the video has helped you understand how to tackle Niu Mo Wang better. So 2 tips. The most important one is to take note of the turns going by. Try to squeeze in as much attack as you can during your turn, and hopefully your turn won't go by so fast and lose all the debuff. And second thing is always prioritize Spina skills and Pierce to kill the minions whenever you can. Okay, so I think that's all I have for this video. I hope you do well for World Boss Niu Mo Wang. Thank you and see you in my next video.